And back. Working on your tippy toes. Push the floor away, get really long and strong, and back. Now try not let there be too much forward and back with the body, so keep it quite small. Let your arms just swing naturally. And not too much side to side either. Now you're going on your heels. Yeah, going to give those calves a little bit of a stretch. And back. I know. And now sideways on the heels. Yeah, and back. Sideways on the toes. The kids are going to love this when you're doing it at home. Go backwards on the toes. Forwards on the heels. Backwards on the heels. Forwards on the toes. Face me, sideways on the toes. Keep going. Sideways back on the toes. Forwards on the heels. Backwards on the heels. Forwards on the toes. Backwards on the toes. And rest. Feet parallel, maybe even a little bit wider than your hips, and bounce, 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 coming up, bounce, 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 coming up. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1, coming up, and 4, 3, 2, 1, through, and 4, 3, 2, 1, and 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Give your legs a little bit of a shake. Now from here, you're going to make yourself into a lovely big star, okay? So, spread out your arms and take one leg out to the side. Now your foot can be touching off the floor there. It doesn't have to be floating up in midair. What we're mostly thinking about is this standing leg, okay? So don't let it swing out. Swing out, sister, okay? Make it long and tall, okay? Yep, even more. And then you're just going to scrunch up your star a little bit and then let it all point back out again. But mostly thinking about this standing leg. Scrunch up your star a little bit and then all pointing back out. Keep it going. Now I've really got to work quite hard not to sink down into this hip. To keep this level is quite tricky. Scrunch and through, change sides. So you're going to be better probably at one side than the other. So maybe even let yourself sort of sink down and feel how that is. Then pick up and keep really, really solid on there. And breathe into this nice wide star shape. Take up space. Now you're going to use the solid base to scoop in a little and then stretch all the way out. And scoop in a little, keeping this level, and then stretch all the way out. And through, working the standing leg. Last one. Okay, great. Give these legs a little bit of a kick. And we're going to stretch out the back of the hamstrings. Toes in front, stick them up, standing leg soft, and take a bow. Okay, so you'd feel a stretch down the back of your leg. Wherever you get it, you might only tip forward this much. Cool, just listen to your body, okay? If you feel you can go a bit further, go for it. It should feel like a strain, but not a pain, okay? So just be kind to you, please. And then let your foot point down onto the floor, and you should be able to get a little bit further into your bout, and you'll feel the stretch further up in the back of the thigh. Change sides. Yep. Go for it. Take a bow. Okay, so for me it feels nice to get a stretch. And if you think about how when you were a kid, you wake up in the morning and you stretch, or animals, how they stretch, it's intuitive. So this is how I want you to feel. I don't want you to feel like it's a big, oh my goodness. I want you just to ease into it, stretch out. One more time each side with the foot down. Ease into it, stretch out. And we're going to take that same idea with the hips, opening up a little bit now. So the feet are wider than the hips. And you can let them turn out a little, okay? And you're going to let this knee, your right knee, bend and let yourself drift over until there's a stretch on the inside of this thigh, okay? And again, it should feel like you're just easing things out, not forcing them. Take a couple of nice breaths and think to yourself how you're investing your time in yourself. Have a little wiggle. It's always good. Nothing to do with the hips. It's just, you know, I like to wiggle. Go the other way. All right, should feel it in here. If it's really pinchy in at the hips, again, experiment with maybe taking the feet slightly more out or slightly more in. Bring your trunk a little bit further forward or a little bit further back, and you might lose that sort of pinchy feeling right through the hip joints or the back. So experiment with your trunk position, experiment with your foot position a little, but you should still feel that stretch in there. Great stuff. And then coming all the way in, give the legs a little bit of a shake. And you're done. Well done.